Hey folks, this is Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. I wanted to do an extended Facebook Live update here to give you an idea of what just happened this evening across central Oneida County. We have a pretty good reason to believe that a tornado was on the ground. We can't officially confirm it, that's what the National Weather Service does, but just based on our expertise of surveying the radar and looking at damage reports and showing some signatures, which I'm going to share with you in a couple of minutes, we think that this was highly likely to have taken place. Now, I'm going to go backwards on the radar and kind of walk you through what we're talking about here. So this was around 7:30 this evening, and we had a really strong thunderstorm that was moving through the area. And so you see a lot of red on the radar, but it's the velocity that really got our attention. And let me go ahead and see if I can backtrack this. Bear with me for just a second. I may have to do this manually. Okay, so we're going to go back to, so that red that I was just showing you on the radar, that really strong storm, when we look at the velocity scan, this was where the red was on the radar in the couple images that I just showed you. We saw a very strong rotating couplet, in other words, a very small circulation that was showing up on the radar. And for folks that are just tuning in here, I just want to let you know that this is a post-analysis. This is not something that's happening now. So the danger with this is over. There's no more rotating storms in the area. There's no more tornado threat in the area at the moment. So this is all just looking backwards. I want to show you why we're doing this in a little bit, because we don't often get signatures like this to detect possibility of tornadoes. So the first one here is this really strong rotation that was detected in the Westernville area. So that was the images that we were looking at, and this is where the rotation ended up going. So it ended up crossing Route 46. This is Gifford Hill Road. So you're looking at, this is pretty close to Woods Valley. This is past Delta Lake State Park. So you're heading towards Westernville. The rotation crossed over the roadway here. So it looks like it may have crossed over in two different areas. So this was around 7:30, 7:34. It looks like it made one pass here, and then the second time it moved over a second pass. So it could have possibly have hit and crossed over the roadway, Route 46, multiple occasions. But what I want to show you here is something different. We don't often see and confirm debris on the radar, or at least the possibility of debris. Again, I do want to stress that I'm not in any way confirming this. The Weather Service officially confirms tornadoes, but again, we have plenty of tools that we can look at and study this system. So this is different. This is called Debris Tracker. And so what the radar does here, there was an update to the radar a few years ago. It's called dual pole radar. And actually, I apologize here. I'm opening up a bunch of different menus, and I just realized that my screen is not completely sharing the way it's supposed to. So what you're looking at here is debris, or possible debris. The radar had an upgrade a few years ago where it's now able to survey particles inside of a storm. So in other words, if everything is the same, if it's the same size raindrops, it's going to show up in red, and that's how storms typically behave. But sometimes if things are being picked up by something on the ground, like by a tornado, if the tornado is actually moving through and it's picking up debris, this is what you would typically see on the radar. This is called a debris signature, or at least something that we would look for looking at the rotation and that signature. This is when it was possibly on the ground. So again, really close, showing you exactly the roads that we're talking about here. where there's a high likelihood that something was picking things up moving through that area. But again, I do want to stress that it didn't last for long, and it didn't make its way much further into Oneida, northeast Oneida County. And so the danger is over with this. Again, I do want to emphasize this. I know a lot of times we go on Facebook because something is actually happening at the moment. But again, this is all looking back on something that happened earlier today. And the reason why I want to take time here and to do this is that we really could use more reports. We are getting reports of damage in this area, but we are looking for possible video evidence so that we can pass this along to the National Weather Service. We're sending people out right now as well to survey the damage in that area. But again, it does look like there was a possible touchdown here around 7 o'clock, 7:30 this evening, lasting only for just a few minutes on the ground. And again, do want to stress that the danger is over. And I also want to show you what the bigger picture is at the moment. So as I'm recording this and doing this live at 20 after 8, there are some storms that are in central Herkimer County. There's a lot of red on the radar, but surveying what I'm seeing at the moment, there's nothing that is drawing my attention here or any rotation. So we're not really anticipating any other problems. But as we saw from these storms earlier, things can happen very, very quickly. That's just the nature of thunderstorms. And again, it seemed to have happened very quickly here around 7:30. Again, just as that storm passed east of Rome. And again, I am asking for a call out for any damage reports. Again, just trying to gather information here as we head throughout the evening. So again, the danger with this is over. The storms are now passing to the east. And again, we're going to continue to watch things pretty closely here as we head throughout the rest of the evening.